you know, we fought back a little bit, gave ourselves an opportunity there, and obviously they took advantage of the last play and won the ball game. But my hat's off to that ball squad out there because they really took it to us.
What happened really after the strike went so well? What were they taking away from you that made you?
Well, I tell you what they did. They were doing some movement up front, and we didn't handle it very well. And you know, we never did really get the running game going. You know, but credit them. I mean, they took it away from us. So you know, there was probably there were a lot of uncharacteristic mental errors early on, some route combination things and some things like that you know, was not good to see. But you know, at the same time, they beat us. Well, you know, it puts a damper on it because you have an opportunity to, you know, have 11 wins and, you know, sweep the Front Range, which is something that hadn't been done a lot at Colorado State. So, yeah, it's disappointing, and yet, you know what, we've done some good things here too and come a long ways, and we're playing in a bowl game coming up. We'll get an opportunity to get some good practice in and go out and play another ball game, and this team has come a long ways, done a lot of good things. You know, it's you know, it's one of those life lessons, and you know what, we dropped the ball a little bit, but you know, I'm kind of reflecting back a little bit. We did some good things this year, and I love those kids in that locker room. This staff and fans that came down here to watch the ball game, it's just really sorry, disappointed, you know, that they're going to go home with a loss. You know, yeah, we, like I said, they beat us on both sides of the ball up front, and you know, he didn't get his feet set a couple times. There were some busted routes too now, and but you know what, they're the ones who beat us. They took it to us, and you know what, good for Troy and the Air Force Academy, because they beat us pretty good.
Two red zone to go for on 4th and 1, one play.
Yeah. You know, we just felt we're gonna call it again. You know, if you can't get a yard, you probably don't deserve to win the ball game anyway. And you know, we chose to go for it. They did a great job at the point of attack, and we didn't stop them on defense coming back. But I mean, you guys know me by now. I'm not here to get a participation ribbon. You know, we're gonna go and try to win the ball game, and that's what we're trying to do.
You felt that was your best chance of, you could pick up the first down there, that would be your best chance of driving at a field goal?
Yeah, and you know, we let the clock go a little bit. You know, we felt the kick line was about 36, and you know, if we don't get into the end zone, then, you know, we'll give kicker a chance to kick it in. But as it turned out, you know, they reversed the field on us, and their guy drilled it, and you know, the good thing is that guy's defending our country, man. He doesn't choke under pressure.
Your offense did show some life when they went with the big plays to get it. Rashard made 2 huge catches on one drive, but Higgins, or not Higgins, but Xavier Williams, with what he showed you, is that what your offense really needed? Was that spark that make a play along it?
Yeah, they maybe relied on the explosive play too much because they took it away from us. But obviously, when X had an opportunity to finish there, and you know, that kind of got everybody back in it a little bit. Thought our defense played pretty darn good defense second half, and but you know, guys, it's a hard one.
You talked about your clutter, you talked about taking your more seriously. Did you avoid the clutter?
No, you know, we took them seriously. You know, I mean, don't take anything away from them. They took the fight to us, and you know what, beat the heck out of us. And there's some great lessons in that, and you know, we've just got to regroup. We'll get back together on Sunday and bury the film, learn from it, and then get ready to set the schedule kind of moving forward, figuring we'll be in probably, one of those bowl games on the 20th.
Jim, two Reds.
Now we'll probably do some OTA things, and guys will get out recruiting a little bit heavy this week, and then we'll game plan the next week.
2 red zone trips late in the first half that turned into one turn.
Yeah.
Does that feel like a missed opportunity in the game?
Well, anytime you have an opportunity, you got to put points on the board, and we didn't. But there again, guys, look, these guys beat our tails, and there's just nothing else really there. They beat us.
What can you say about the offensive balance or the lack thereof?
Well, we're best when we're balanced. We're best when we can run the football and play action. Probably had to rely on the pass a little bit too much, but it's because they took the run away. So I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people studying that film as we get ready for the bowl game and then get ready to go into next year.
How are Aaron Davis and
Not, Bernard got knocked around a little bit, and Aaron had a hamstring, and but we'll get them healthy and they'll be ready to play.
Did you debate the 4th down call, or did you immediately know you're going for it?
No, there was no question. We were going to go for it, and that's kind of how we do things around here. And you know what? They beat us. So, all right. Thanks, guys.
You got to tip your hat to them, though. They came out at first half and kind of punched us in the mouth, and we didn't really answer back. That's something, we weren't really used to, I guess. We when somebody punches us, we usually punch them back, and I don't think we did that. And we waited, until that second half, and sometimes, it's too late when you play a good team. You can't wait that long to start rolling. And like I say, you just got to tip your hats to them. They're a great football team, well coached, and they don't make many mistakes. And they outplayed us today.
your first drive went about as well as you could have wanted it to? What happened after that they did slow you down?
They mixed up their looks for me. I mean, that was big. They mixed up their looks, brought a lot of pressures. Anytime a team starts bringing pressures, you got to go through your reads that much faster. And it's, it just makes things tougher, and that's why teams pressure you. So like I said, you got to tip your hats to them. They were well coached and knew what they were doing. So. No, I don't think so. I mean, obviously we wanted to be 11-1, but 10-2 is a hell of a record. I mean, I think we should all be proud of this team. I know I'm proud to be a part of it. Obviously, it wasn't our goal to come in here. We were hoping to win and hopefully play the Mountain West Championship. It didn't happen. It wasn't meant to be. But 10-2, like I said, it's still a hell of a record, and everybody should be proud. No, some of those were on me. I missed a couple hots. And then, when we did throw hot, they had guys standing right there where our receiver, was running his hot route. So, like I said, they were very well coached, knew a lot of what we were doing. And, at the end of the day, like I said, you got to just tip your hat to them and, give them the credit.
On the interception, did you see Steelhammer there? Were you trying to? Did you think you had enough space to get
Yeah,
it in,
I just thought I could get it in there before he jumped it, and he made a hell of a play. So we've seen him on film make great plays, all year long. So I'm not shocked that he was the one that made it.
Are you surprised how far this team, the Air Force, came in a year?
Yeah.
A year ago today.
Yeah, to be honest, because last year it was we beat up on them pretty good, and they came out today, and I think maybe I don't want to talk for them, but maybe that was on the back of their mind. They wanted to take that out on us, and they did. They came out and they beat us. So. Yeah, I don't think we didn't take them. There's nothing that really distracted us. Everybody was focused because we knew what was at stake. If we won this game, and whatever happened tomorrow, we had a chance to play in the Mountain West Championship. So everybody knew what was at stake. We weren't taking anything for granted. Like I said, at the end of the day, sometimes teams just come out and play harder and get the win, and that's what they did. So. No, we were not. So we were, obviously aware when we first got here that they were losing, but we weren't aware that they lost. So, That's something that was in our kind of game plan. We knew they had a good run defense. So I kind of took it upon myself to be able to throw the ball and get us moving, and we didn't necessarily let that happen, I guess, in the first half. Second half we got rolling, but I just think they fly to, they're very gap sound. They fly around, they make people miss when they're coming to block them. They shed their blocks well, and that's why they're the great football team. Like I said.
Yeah, Coach said maybe this offense is one that maybe relies too much on making the big plays. That's what you got back in. Is that what the case you think? You kind of count on those big plays to get you going?
I don't think we necessarily count on them, but they obviously, as any team, they definitely get you going. I don't think, it's our kind of a backbone or anything. We're not constantly looking for that big play to kind of get our momentum rolling and everything. Obviously, we want it to happen, but, at the end of the day, we know we need to execute drives and finish drives, and that's something I don't think we did very well today. So.
What now? Reputation-wise, what do you guys have at stake regardless?
Obviously, going into the bowl game, we don't want to lose. That'll be our first real losing streak if that happens. So that's our goal going into that game. We want to come out with a victory. And send the seniors out the right way, send this team out the right way. That's something we're all looking forward to. So.
Was the first sign of frustration today not when you got in the red zone early in the first quarter? Two field goal attempts, one made, one missed. How much you got hurt coming back?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, I guess. But at the end of the day, we can't, as an offense, we can't put that on on Jared. We can't. That's our fault at the end of the day to have to rely on a field goal. We want touchdowns every drive, and so we don't want to rely on that. And even though we know we have a great kicker in Jared, we don't want to have to rely on that. And so that's our fault at the end of the day.
All right, thanks a lot, Garrett.
Oh man, it hurts. We came out with a bang. Well, we started sluggish, but came out with a bang at the last end, and we just started slow, and we can't do that all the time.
How much did it hurt to not cash in touchdowns on those early red zone opportunities?
Oh yeah, man, it hurts. It hurts a lot. We can put up 7 more than 3. It'll help us out, but fortunately we did, and we had to kick field goals, and we just played a heck of a ball game.
Did you guys take this team right now?
No, we didn't. We prepared like we would every other game. Yeah, it is what it is.
Did you feel after you tied it up that you guys maybe had the momentum on your side? You guys could have come through and won this?
We had a chance. The game wasn't over. It was 24-24 with our ball left. All we had to do was make a drive, and we just came up short.
How much does this lessen your team's accomplishment this season?
I didn't hear you. What say?
How much does this lessen your team's accomplishment this season?
It doesn't at all. We done lost before. We just have to overcome adversity. We'll game plan. Look at this film, learn from it, and go on from there.
You did seem primed to try and dig your team out. The 2 big catches you made on the 1 touchdown drive. Just talk about what went into those catches.
It's just effort. I'm just doing what I do. I just playing football. At the end of the day, Garrett expects me to catch the ball, and that's what I'm going to do.
How do you look at this bowl game, whoever you're playing, wherever you're playing, how do you look at this opportunity for Youngstown?
We'll game plan like we've been doing every other game. Play hard like we've been doing. We'll just game plan against them.
Anything else from your side? Kind of run game going early?
Well, Air Force came to play, and they're a very good team. That triple option is very tough to stop. And, they came out and just played better than us, that's all.
Your perspective of the 4th down play we did with the first down?
Yeah, tough calls. If Coach Mack win it, then everybody hoorah. But then so he lose, everybody want to, criticize it. But, as a team, we came out and we played, gave it all we had, and we just came up on the other side.
Was there just nothing
why
there?
Didn't that play work?
Yeah.
What you say? I'm sorry.
Was there just nothing there on that play for you?
Yeah, we had a little outside zone call, and they just blitzed right into it. And yeah, they had 1 more guy extra than we could block, and they stopped it.
Was their pursuit just better up and down the line when you tried to get outside? Were they just there quicker than maybe some other teams you guys have played?
Yeah, Air Force is a very good team. These guys right here, they come in, day out, and, thank them for what they do, and they just very disciplined, You can't really teach talent, but the discipline aspect of it, they stayed in their gaps, they flowed to the ball, and they just played a great game today.
Does that make it tough for a guy like you that likes to be a cutback runner? A disciplined team like that maybe they they don't leave those seams to cut back like you've gotten a lot of your yards?
Well, you know, I just believe, you know, you just got to stay with it. If they take away the cutback, just stay with it, you know, trust the offensive line. And that's what I tried to do today. We just came up short.
Does this take anything away from the accomplishment of the team?
Do it take anything away?
Yeah.
No, we had a great season. You know, Air Force just kind of played, that's all.
Is this disappointing, though? You won't get a chance to play for the conference title. Obviously, you needed some help, but
yeah,
just
it's very disappointing. But you know, you just got to come back to the drawing board and start over again next year. You know, we still got one more game to play.
Got to be quite a different feel coming off a performance like you had last week, and then going against this Air Force defense that really stopped you in your tracks.
Yeah, they came. Like I say, the defense just came to play. They were very disciplined. They cut off all the rushing lanes, especially just cutbacks and stuff like that. And they just came to play. They did a great job today.
You guys have come back and won so many games this year. Did you feel like all along you were going to come back and win it? Rashard gets the big catches.
Yeah, you know, emotions going. Yeah, fourth quarter, you know, we came back those back-to-back drives, and you know, we was riding our momentum, and then you know, the interception that was big by their defense. You know, they stepped up right there, and you know, they just hold us the few punts I done scored. 24. That's good defense. Yeah. No problem.
It's hard to say it doesn't. You know, a division opponent, an in-state opponent, you always want to finish strong, and that's something we focus on. But you got to give all the credit to Air Force and what they were able to come out and do today.
You guys are down 14 points. What changed defensively when you were able to stop Air Force there in the third and fourth quarter?
They were giving us a little different look on their dive, but coaching staff did a great job of getting us in the right position to make the plays that we needed to make. Aaron's a playmaker, and it's hard to replace him on the field, and he's somebody I love personally. But I got to give credit to KD and Deontay. I thought they did a great job in his shoes.
You guys have fought back from some deficits before this year. Did you just have that feeling that something was going to work out and you guys were going to come out on top?
Oh, yeah. Well, going into any game and at any point in the game, I always think we're going to win until that clock strikes 0. So there's no doubt in me that we're going to win until that field goal went through the uprights.
On that one play, when they hit the big pass play that put them in field goal position, is that fine line of trying to strip the ball, get a turnover? Because he ended up picking up about 6-7 more yards.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just guys trying to make a play for our team.
On the last drive, when they get into field goal position after you don't make the first down,
sorry, what was that?
What happened on the last drive?
Well, they did a good job of hitting us down the seam. I was in pass rush, so I didn't really get to see the route combination, but we like our field goal block team, and even down to the 3 seconds left on the clock, we liked our chances to get after their field goal team.
Max, just how disappointing was it when the realization that this game was over and had no chance to come back and win?
Yeah, it's very disappointing, but there's nothing we can do about it. So we got to sit back and find out where we're going for our bowl game and then get ready to kick someone's butt.
Going into the year, if somebody had said 10-2, would you have taken it?
Absolutely.
How do you what do you work on to bounce back? I know you guys are going to get probably a week on just OTA stuff like Jim said, but what do you have to do to get back and be prepared to win that bowl game?
First things first, we got to see the tape and make our corrections and find out what went wrong. And then if we get another triple option attack in the bowl game, then we'll have to make some corrections.
Honestly, would you rather not see another triple option?
I'd prefer it, actually.
How do you guys think you played on the triple option today?
I thought we did a good job. Like I said, they were hitting us a little too heavy on the first downs, especially with that dive, getting them into second and mediums, which isn't somewhere you want to be if you're a triple option team. But you got to give them some credit where it's due, and they did a great job on offense scheming us. I like our adjustments in the second half and what we were able to do, but just couldn't finish.
What can you salvage in the bowl game? What can you do?
Oh, there's a ton to play for. There's a ton of pride. Everybody's going to hopefully want to send us seniors out on the right note and get us in the right step going forward. You look at last year, I think that bowl game projected us into what we were able to accomplish this year.
Thank you, Max.